across Africa, there's a new revolution. The world is moving towards using technologies, using energies that are clean and pure, and one that is natural. We've seen cases here in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. When you're talking about East Africa, North Africa, and all other places in the continent and outside, where the shift is happening, where individuals are becoming aware what they're using. Is it sustainable? Is it helpful? Is it something that they can be proud to say that I'm doing it for my family, for my business and the planet? I'm talking about the movement of clean energy, renewable energy, and technology that supports sustainability. Welcome to the Green Energy Show. I'm your host, Chemtai Kirui. In this program, we'll be talking about this conversation. How are people moving towards the use of energy that is sustainable, and which technologies are sustaining that? We'll speak to business people, entrepreneurs. We'll speak to organizations that have moved towards this movement of energy that is clean, that is pure, one that is able to sustain even as the world is moving forward. We are looking at technologies that are able to ensure that if you're having a panel like a solar panel, what are some of the gadgets that you need to have? Which battery do you want to use, so that you are well aware if you're going to invest your money in moving towards sustainability, you want to have something that is going to take you far and wide, not a one-off thing, right? If you're investing money in something, it has to take you all the way. As you're continuing with the episode, there's no other person to speak to about the clean energy takeover other than Eddie Ranji, who is the CEO of MobileMART system. This organization is doing a lot when it comes to bringing clean energy to your home, to your school, to your farm, and every other place you think about connecting the solar energy and the movement towards the renewable energy. And I'm really excited to be standing here with him so that he can explain exactly what MobileMART system is and what they do, so that by understanding it, then it becomes easier for me and you to know how we can leverage that in our move towards the clean energy takeover. Thank you so much, Ranji, for speaking to me. It's really a pleasure to have you here, and I'm excited to see the team behind you. Yeah. It makes sense that the movement is here and you're not moving alone, right? Yeah. Could you please start by telling me what MobileMART system is and why even MobileMART system to begin with?
All right, thank you very much, Chemi. I'm glad to be here today. Representing MobileMART Systems Solutions. We've been in green energy for a period of time, and we're excited to see that Africa is now indeed accepting green energy, because Kenya has a target of going green by 2030, 100% green energy. This is clean energy. And green energy, basically, this is energy that comes from natural resources. That is the air, humidity generates energy, the sun generates energy, water generates energy, wind also generates energy. So as MobileMART Systems Solutions, we come in as an EPC, that's an engineering, procurement and construction company, to supply, install and commission the systems in domestic market, in also the residentials, in schools, in hospitals, in churches and in factories and in hotels. So I am glad, and I'm joined here by the engineering team of MobileMART System Solutions and the business development. Yes, and I'm glad to be in the Green Energy Show presenting, because this is a movement that we have been pushing. Especially we are the initiators of the Solar for Schools project, and we've done quite a number of schools project installations in Kiambu County. And Honorable Mashua Waithaka, thank you very much. We did schools, and actually we are even doing more schools so that it can all be done. So we are appealing everybody to go green. This is clean energy. That's where the world is going. And my team here also have been very experienced now in installing solar systems and the green energy systems. Yeah. So we're excited by the fact that we're using natural resources, no fossil fuels, and then the cost is also what drove us to it. Some time back, you could find the cost of electricity being very high. green energy gives this cost at 50% of what it was before. And for Kenya to achieve Mission 2030, we need to generate, you're talking over 10,000 megawatts of energy that is required in only this scope of time, like the president said the other day. So this is the team to deliver that, and I'm glad to be in the Green Energy Show. And yeah, let's go green, let's become clean.
Let's go green. You've mentioned something here, and I'm trying to learn. When you're talking about EPC, someone is watching and they're thinking, hey, there's this idea I have in mind. You've mentioned schools and all those places, right? How does it come from me interacting with Ranji here and telling you how can we source your work, and then we have the team there? Could you explain that mechanism of how it works?
Oh, thank you very much, Chemi, for that. We have what we call the supply chain. Of course, there is the manufacturer who will manufacture the product and ensure that the product is meeting all the industry standards. And then from the manufacturer, the product goes to the distributor, who then gets the product now closer to the EPC. The EPC, the engineering, procurement, and construction company, will get the product from the distributor. Then they will actually go and do the installation, wire for wire. And this is the team that does that practically. There's been on the ground, and then after that, they will monitor it remotely via the software that is in the system itself. And then at everyone, it's doing software updates. And when it falls down, it is also given what we call operations and maintenance on an annual maintenance contract.
That makes sense. And there's something you also mentioned where we are speaking about clean energy, and you've said it can come from wind, water, and all those places, right?
Yeah.
For example, I understand that from here we're going to visit some of the places where you've done the installment, right? Yes. What are some of the takeover depending with the county, right? So here we're in Nairobi, we're going to go to Kiambu. Are there places where they're moving towards something, probably solar, probably wind? And
oh, that's a very good, interesting question. As you realize, in the past, energy has always been a government baby, a government project. It is only the government who can supply energy. But energy has been devolved today, and that is why you see that small stakeholders are able to provide energy, which can come in a power purchase agreement, or it can come in a lease. So when you as an individual have done solar in your home, you're producing your own solar. We have innovations as MobileMART systems where we have a hydroelectric power system. It's a small turbine that basically that needs a particular water flow and a water head, and it powers your home. We also have windmills that also come and power your home. Thanks to devolution for energy, because now you can get power being developed and produced in small scales. And that is the only way you're going to achieve the 10,000 megawatts that Kenya is expecting to achieve.
yeah, that's very interesting. There's a person who has installed the what did you call it?
Hydroelectric power
Here
system.
in Kenya, and it's working.
Oh yes, absolutely. Actually, even for pumping water.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a lot here that we need to learn and see.
Yeah.
That's why we have the Green Energy Show. We move there, we see, and who knows
Absolutely.
who's there. And you
Yeah.
said this is the team that
This
does
is the team.
work?
This is the team. Engineer, our chief engineer, Ruben Kindly, he is going to also say something about the engineering part of it.
Okay.
Please, engineer, you want to tell us how do you do this? You know, how do you do this?
Ruben, I understand that when we're talking about soul meeting the rubber, you're the guy.
Yes.
This team looks up to you.
Yes.
Could you tell me some of the interesting things you've done as you're going towards installation in the field?
Some of the interesting things that we have done. So we have very many projects that we have done so far. Just to mention, our pool of engineers, they are very able, very capable of handling any site, any size. They are very, very, very much capable. And the interesting bit that we have done, we have found that some customers that they have been the electricity right now, Kenya, we are at, I think, at around 70%. So we have gone to the interior places. Those people have never experienced the kind of electricity. And then we have installed the systems to them. You bring a lot of joy. At the end of the day, that is what we look forward to. You bring joy to people. And then basically, and another thing is the companies. You see those big companies. Kenya, we have an issue of power loss, fluctuations here and there. So you find that a company, during the day, they have to close because they rely on Kenya Power. But now, because we are here to sort that issue out, and that brings joy to the customers and joy to us.
Yeah. Ruben, you mentioned that you've even installed in the off-grid areas where there's no internet altogether. Yeah?
Yes.
Are these individuals who are coming to you and saying like, hey, we are thinking we need to do something with energy, but because there's no connection here, or how does it work for someone to have solar energy installed there?
So basically what we do in our company, mostly we deal with off-grid systems. So off-grid systems basically means that there is no connection between the grid, that is Kenya Power, and our system. So it means that our systems are standalone. Once you install the system, you don't have to have any grid there. So when you install the system, you become the grid.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's very interesting because where we are right now, especially with the young people working remotely, that's where they are, right? Someone is thinking, instead of paying like huge amount of money in Nairobi in the apartment, let me go home and try and see what I can do with this energy. But my understanding is when it comes to this connection, it's not about just powering where I can charge my battery, right, or my phone. What are some of the things that people are doing once they're connected to this clean energy in those areas?
The most advanced sector right now is in farming. People are doing a lot of farming, because once you install the system, like the borehole system, and you see that, you rely on the sun. So during the day, you're able to pump water from morning till in the evening. So with no power bills. So once you install the system, no power bills, you will be able to extend your farming activities.
Yeah, I love that. It's more productive use of solar energy, right? Especially when it comes to farming and all those areas. There is a team here that you work with. For those individuals who you've installed the energy probably for the first time, what are some of the hands-on things that you do, and why it's important for MobileMART system to work with a team like you, so that that thing can continue? It's not like I've installed today and hey, it's not working, I'm done. Yeah, how do you do that?
One thing about MobileMART systems, there is the fact that you are there after sales. We do after sales, we do maintenance, we do service for you, and then we give you like 1 year free maintenance. In case your system has broken down, we are there for you. Then we have we agree on the term, on the duration, that if a system breaks down, we give this period of time. We have to, our engineers will be there. We send one of our engineers, depending on the agents. Yes.
What are some of this engineering thing when you're connecting that we need to know about? For example, you've mentioned about having solar in farms, right? What are some of these gadgets? Like, throw some words I'm trying to learn, you know. Or like I had somewhere inverter, and I'm hoping later we're going to explain a little bit. What are some of these things that, as an engineer, you have to be there for this system to be installed properly and it to work to function well?
The basic thing in engineering when it comes to solar is, first, before you purchase those items, is the sizing. So you have to be able to identify the critical loads, the consumption. You have to identify what the customer really needs before you go and shop those things. So that is the most critical part. Because even if you bring those that so a very high experienced engineer, and the tools that they are not working, that system will absolutely fail. So what we have in MobileMART, we have those engineers. We do first the sizing. Once we do the sizing, then we deal with only Tier 1 brands. Tier 1 brands is the top notch of the items that we have. So basically, solar components are very few. We have the inverter. So the inverter primarily converts the DC, that is the direct current, to the alternate current, that is the AC. So most people know like the battery and the panels, those are the DC. So for you to be able to charge your phone, you have to have a gadget to convert that power. So that is the inverter. Then the panels that will harness the light, converts that light to energy. Then we have the batteries. The batteries are used for as a backup during the night because during the night we don't have that the sun. Yes, sure.
I didn't want you to show off. No, you're talking about DC and all that, you know.
Yes.
But I really understand. You mean like all this team, they come with you to the field, even the ladies, they do the installation?
Yes,
And
do
they
the
understand that
installation.
those people who are doing it on the roof, on the ground, depending with where it is.
Every each of them does that one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Can I like ask her like how, is it ladies first when you're in the field or everyone does what they have?
Yes, so they are all engineers, so feel free to choose any one of them.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. In the next episode, we'll be somewhere else. We'll be in the field, yeah? Who are these individuals who are using the technology you've seen in this episode to make it work there? So I can't wait to see you there. See you then.